Hey everyone, it's David Priemer here from Cerebral Selling, and today I have a very powerful discovery tip for you. Now, this is a tip to help fix something that most salespeople do but don't realize they're doing. So before I highlight the tactic, let me outline the problem for you. So as salespeople, we have products and services that solve problems for our customers. And when we go into the discovery conversations with our customers, we look for those problems. We look for those pains because it's the pain that's ultimately going to motivate the customer to take action. But the problem lies in a behavior I call the pain and pitch. And you might know what I'm talking about here. This is when your customer opens up to you about the fact that they have a problem that you can solve, and you get so excited that you immediately launch into a product pitch, right? So the customer says, yeah, we really need to increase the security of our IT systems. And we say, oh, good news. Our solution is specifically designed to help you do just that. We can't contain ourselves. We get so excited that we dive right into the product without exploring the pain. And that's a problem because later on, when the customer starts raising objections or trying to secure internal buy-in or maybe just gets distracted, we have no evidence, we have no depth, no context for why they were trying to solve that problem in the first place, and it makes our jobs as salespeople harder. So here's what I want you to do. Next time the customer lays out a pain or a problem that you can help them solve, before you dive into your pitch, I want you to ask them one simple question. How do you know? Now, of course, tone is very important here because you're not calling the integrity of the customer into question. You're asking how they know they have that problem, and you're not calling them a liar for having it, right? But you are asking for evidence, for context, for examples of how that problem has manifested in their business. So for example, in a scenario I gave earlier, you might say something to the customer like, hey, look, if you don't mind me asking, how do you know you need to increase the security of your IT systems? I mean, you can even go one step further and use an assumptive priming tactic that I talk about in my book, where you give the customer examples of how they might know based on your experience. And this is especially helpful if the evidence you're after is sensitive or what I call unspoken. For example, you might say, hey, how do you know you need to increase the security of your IT systems? The reason I ask is because sometimes when I hear that from customers, it's because they failed an internal audit or recently, had a data breach. So that context will actually do two really important things. Number one, it will deepen the awareness that they have of their own problem, which is critical for getting them to act on it. It'll also provide you with insights to not only understand and forecast the opportunity, but keep it moving, especially if it ever gets stuck. So that's my epic discovery tip for today. Avoid the pain and pitch by asking how they know they have that problem, and I'll see you next time.